Hello, I'm Myk Pieren, team lead of Divine Guidance of the company Adoxography. We made this game for our game lab in NHTV for the University of Applied Science in Breda. And I'm going to introduce you to some of our leads. They will explain the game further.
Hi, my name is Ricky. No, it's Ricky.
I'm Merel Jesroen. I'm the design lead for Divine Guidance. So, what kind of game is Divine Guidance? It's a horror maze game where the player is trapped in a maze. The player finds a magical map or a divine map, and with this map he can switch rows of the maze itself and change the maze so he can easily walk through it. But unfortunately, this maze is filled with creepy monsters, and these monsters will try to find the player and hunt him down. There are 3 different types of monsters. First, we have the Berserker. He will just roam around the maze, not aware of the player, but when he sees him, he will get very mad and he will charge at the player. So the player will have to quickly run away or use the map to block the Berserker. The second enemy is the Chaser. The Chaser is very intent on hunting the player down. So as soon as the Chaser has sight of the player, he will start chasing him. And the player will once again have to block off the Chaser to get away from him. That's the only way the player can get away from him. This creates like a very tense situation all the time, because he has to keep that in mind the whole time while he's trying to find all the rooms in the maze to escape. Because at the end of the maze there is a door that needs all these runes inserted so he can escape. The third enemy is the Stalker. Now the Stalker is a really interesting one. He doesn't attack the player at first, he just stalks the player and breathes creepily. So when the player turns around, he will just see these creepy glowing eyes. And when he goes towards this enemy, the Stalker will either just disappear or maybe attack him. So this also creates like a tense atmosphere for the player. So what makes this game different from other horror games? Well, the big thing about this horror game is that we try to combine the puzzle aspect and the horror aspect in one. So it will all happen at the same time. The player will have to think on his feet and run away from the monsters, hide from the monsters, get away from the monsters, but also will have to think in a puzzle way, so try to solve the whole maze, all the puzzle, get through it. And normally in horror games, the horror aspect and the puzzle aspect are completely segmented from each other. They're different segments. So that's what makes Divine Guidance different. We try to combine these 2 things as a whole. And that, I think, makes it an interesting game.
Come on guys, it's Ricky.
Hello, my name is Jtegh. I'm the tech lead of Divine Guidance. Blah 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 programming, blah blah AI, blah 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 Unity and stuff, blah 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 10111011, blah blah blah.
Our game is based on dark mythology and Nordic style. It's quite eerie and creepy, and you're supposed to feel scared in this game. Our enemies are generally based on animals. We have an animal theme, but they're dead and decayed and very scary animals. So they're sort of mutants. There's a small backstory to the enemies. The enemies, they used to be like the player. They were trying to escape the maze and they ended up dying. And now they became the guardians, and now their objective is to find and kill other people that are stuck in this maze. And they are ultimately trying to make you into the next guardian. And that's what you have to try and avoid, and that's the crux of it. You have to try and escape.
So these are the reasons why you should back us. With Kickstarter, we hope to improve our game even further with better sound design, some more features that actually make the gameplay better. And we hope that you like it and back us, and then we can make this game complete.